African Attractions Part 2. Lake Malawi. Spanning 3 countries, Malawi, Mozambique, and Tanzania, Lake Malawi is the third largest lake on the African continent at 29,600 square kilometers. It's part of the African Great Lake System, and its age is estimated at about 1 or 2 million years. The majority of tourists visit the Malawi side of the lake, which is called Lake Nyasa in Tanzania and Lago Nyasa in Mozambique. You can also swim and snorkel in the warm, clear water, but you'll want Mauritius. Mauritius tourism is like a breath of fresh air in your vacation experience of the enchanting tropical paradise. It is an island country surrounded by the Indian Ocean on all sides, has an affluent and diverse ecosystem with dense and lush forests, white sand beaches fringed with swaying palm trees, volcanic mountains, tea plantations, waterfalls, islets and many other points of interest that lure countless holidaymakers here all year long. To complement the luxuries of Mauritius, you should book a stay at some of the world-class accommodations like the numerous 5-star resorts and beachfront properties and take the trip up twofold. Seychelles. Seychelles is a stunning, unspoiled country with countless tropical islands. It has spectacular boulder brew beaches, exquisite natural beauty, clear turquoise water, thriving coral reefs, and many more. It is a hub of endemic wildlife spotting and ecotourism, containing an incredible flora and fauna collection. You also get to see exotic birds, trees, and marine life. It is a perfect place for solo as well as a family trip or enjoying holiday with friends. The location will provide you something every time. Madagascar. Formerly known as the Malagasy Republic, this island country is one of the most beautiful places to visit in Africa. Sprawling across the Indian Ocean, the country comprises the main island of Madagascar, along with several small peripheral islands. The enormous size of Madagascar makes it the 4th largest island country in the world, full to the brim with a sense of mystery and beauty. Littered with white sand beaches, vibrant rainforests and some of the most stunning views of wildlife, Madagascar is one of the most beautiful countries of Africa. One visit to the island country is enough to be wowed by the biodiversity spectrum of Madagascar. The country serves as a cultural melting point as well, thanks to the number of immigrants who have called the island home over the years. Matobo National Park, Zimbabwe. Being the oldest national park, Matobo National Park is one of the ideal places to visit in Zimbabwe. It was established in 1926 and houses numerous varieties of flora and fauna. Species like white rhinos, impala, antelopes, black eagles, and leopards reside inside the premises. It takes 2-3 hours to explore the entire Matobo National Park. One can also camp inside the Matobo National Park and indulge in activities like hiking, climbing, fishing, boating, bird watching, and horse riding. The ideal time to visit the national park is between July to October, i.e. during the dry season. Giraffe Manor, Kenya. Giraffe Manor happens to be an offbeat and exclusive boutique hotel in Nairobi which is owned and operated by the Safari Collection. It is referred to as one of the most sought-after properties in the whole world. Spread over an area of about 12 acres of private land in the midst of 140 acres of indigenous forest, this is an icon in itself. The Heritage Manor House had an extraordinary appeal that dates back to almost 1930s when visitors and wildlife enthusiasts came to Eastern Africa to indulge in wildlife safaris. Fish River Canyon, Namibia. Fish River Canyon is one of the most important tourist attractions in Namibia. It is the largest canyon in Africa and features a 100-mile-long ravine that is 27 kilometers wide in some places. Fish River is also the longest interior river in this country and often floods during the summer. At one end of the river, there is a hot springs resort called IAIS which is popular with tourists. Some parts of the canyon are privately owned, but tourists can view the canyon from a campsite near Hobos that is part of the Reidersveld Transfrontier Park. It is a popular spot for hiking, fishing, and marathons. Valley of the Kings, Egypt. The Valley of the Kings stands on the west bank of the River Nile. It is home to the tombs of many pharaohs and powerful nobles from ancient Egypt. The valley has been heavily excavated since the end of the 18th century by archaeologists who were keen to uncover the mysteries of this area. The West Valley is where the majority of the significant tombs are located, although there are many more tombs in East Valley. The discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun made this one of the most famous and historically significant sites in the world. In 1979, it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There is now also a tourist center in the Valley of the Kings. The majority of the tombs are not open to the public. In fact, there are only 18 that can be viewed, but these are not always open at the same time as restoration work takes place regularly. Usually, there are between 4,000 and 5,000 visitors to the Valley of the Kings each week. However, when Nile cruises are taking place, there are as many as 9,000 visitors. São Tomé Island, São Tomé and Príncipe. This piece of land is the largest region within the tiny Portuguese-speaking western country of São Tomé and Príncipe. Despite its small size, there's plenty of beautiful secluded beach scenery you likely won't have to share with anyone else. Lake Retba, Senegal. A charming and special lake located deep within Senegal, about 30 kilometers from Dakar. This lake is called Lake Retba and also referred to as Lac Rou by the locals. It draws day-tripping tourists from all over the world. An alkaline body of water, it is one of the few pink-colored lakes in the world. It gets its color from a pigment produced by the bacteria covering it. Lake Retba is one beautiful to behold when the sun casts its rays on it. You just cannot see enough of it. Lake Abbe, Ethiopia/Djibouti. Lake Abbe, referred to as Lake Abad, an alkaline lake that lies within Ethiopian-Djibouti border. It spans about 15 kilometers wide, also is 14 kilometers long. It is one of the 6 lakes connected to each other around this hot area and receives water from the Awash River. It offers soothing scenery and is home to flamingos. These beautiful birds gather around the river, and it's such a beauty to watch. Djenné. Djenné in Mali is a remarkable site, made up of thousands of adobe buildings made from earth baked hard in the African sun and reinforced with palm fronds. The ancient town dates back to the 3rd century and beyond, but it really grew with the Saharan trade routes when slaves, gold and salt were transported across the desert to the Levant. The unspoiled earth buildings, particularly the Great Mosque built in 1907 by the French colonial authorities, make Djenné a unique place to explore and to see. The Old Town is, of course, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. Zanzibar Archipelago. The Zanzibar Archipelago is a tropical paradise off the coasts of Tanzania in the Indian Ocean. Golden beaches, cerulean waters, and swaying palm trees make for an amazingly beautiful place. There are 4 main islands, Unguja, Bemba, Mafia and the uninhabited Latham Islands, along with many smaller islands that surround them. You'll find Zanzibar City, famous for its historic stone town area and its connection to the spice and slave trades in the 19th century, on Unguja Island. Gondar. Gondar, often known as the Camelot of Ethiopia, is known for its massive historical remains. The Emperor Fasilides and his successors built the picturesque royal enclosure known as the Fazil Gebi in the 17th century. It's a place full of palaces, libraries, banqueting halls and castles for the Ethiopian aristocracy, built under the influence of the European Baroque brought here by Portuguese missionaries. Serengeti National Park. Last but most definitely not least, the Serengeti National Park in Tanzania is where you'll find lions, leopards, giraffe, buffalo, rhinos, and gazelle across plains, woodlands and savanna. And it's where every year the Serengeti migration takes place, with millions of antelope, zebra and wildebeest heading for green pasture lands in the Masai Mara in Kenya. It's one of the most remarkable sights in the natural world. There are plenty of companies available to help you find the best time and location to witness the migration. Thank you for watching this episode of Iconic Destinations. Please subscribe, Like and share this video as we keep on bringing you exclusive contents for your getaway escapade.